Very excited about this guest and the subject matter.
Yes. It's important.
Yep.
It's important?
Yeah, it's important.
Okay. To me,
It's really important, I
to
think.
me, it's sex appeal, real estate. I love the subject. Early on, I was a real estate investor. You didn't know about this about me, Lisa.
No, I didn't.
When I was in college in Oneonta, I owned 5 student houses.
Wow.
Really?
Apparently, you didn't know this either. 5 student houses. I rented to 25 tenants. It was the greatest business in the world.
Yeah.
If I just stayed in it, I'd be on that yacht that you see.
Yeah, seriously.
So that's
It's true
my
up at the
little
schools.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, 19 years old, I
Yeah.
bought my first house. It
Wow.
was really, so it's near and dear to me,
Great
the subject.
investment, yeah.
It's fantastic. So Port Jeff Real Estate, I love it. You drive through these hills and you see some really interesting Victorian and historical stuff.
Oh, absolutely. We are a destination. The demand for houses in Port Jefferson, I probably have half a dozen buyers right now looking in Port Jeff only, and they only want Port Jeff for many, many, many reasons.
Okay.
Taxes, school district,
Right.
amenities. And some of them I've been working with almost a year. And I get calls from all over the country. I have relocated somebody from Europe to here. So we are in full demand for houses and for rentals in Port Jeff. It's incredible, the market in Port Jeff.
Destination. So people coming to here to live. I know there's people just from a few towns away that have made their home here. I'm not talking about young people, 50, 60 years old. Not that that's old, but midlife, they're moving to Port
I
Jeff.
was going to say thanks, Kevin.
Midlife, they're
Yeah,
moving to Port Jeff.
seriously.
No, I'm just saying, midlife, they're not going to Florida, they're going to Port Jeff. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Really?
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
We have a lot of people that are relocating from Stony Brook, Mount Sinai to Port Jefferson. You'd be surprised.
Okay.
It's really interesting. A lot of the reason, especially for those in like Stony Brook, Three Village, or Mount Sinai Mill Place, is to reduce their taxes. There's a substantial, and
Okay.
some of them are downsizing to
Right.
condos like the Highlands, where the taxes are really, really low. Some of the other, areas that the taxes are low. Sometimes the historic homes have lower taxes. I think this year so far, of all the houses sold, I think there's 42 houses sold this year from January 1st. The medium taxes are under $10,000 without the village
Wow.
taxes.
So that equivalent
So-
house
Okay.
in Mount Sinai would be
That could be
15 to
13, 14.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that always going to be the case, though? Because I don't know the rumors of this as much as maybe you do.
So I have a little bit of information about that. I am involved with the village. I kind of try to keep
Yeah.
a pulse because of my other activities.
Just keep the pulse.
There you
keep-
go. I was giving you guys a little plug. How's that? little Port Jeff pulse for you guys. The LIPA's in conversation with a lot of the school districts, Huntington, Northport, us, working on, if anything ever happens, a glide path of over 20 years. So even if something did happen where the plants weren't repowering or anything like that, it would never be a substantial increase in taxes. It's going to be over a 20-year glide path. And I know that is, I actually just had a conversation with Mayor Garant the other day, and we were talking about this because, a lot of times my clients ask me about the taxes when they are relocating.
Right.
And I know you guys know Margot is also a real property attorney.
Right.
And a lot of my clients, I recommend her, a lot of my clients use it. So it's a conversation about the taxes. And so I'm not concerned that they're going to, everybody's, afraid they're going to double or triple.
Yeah,
It's
like the
not
rug's
happening.
going to get pulled
Yeah,
out from underneath
it's
us.
not going to be like what happened in Shoreham.
Thanks.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh, that's right.
It was before my time, but
Really?
yeah, kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, Shoreham.
Yeah.
With the power plant,
Yeah.
nuclear power
when
plant.
Yes.
the taxes doubled, right, in some areas.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I think so. So the commercial base of Port Jeff does help, and you have commercial retail space here. We're talking about industrial there. Is there anything else that
A
really
lot of
helps
that
with
helps.
the taxes?
Well, it's PSC, the plant obviously, and the commercial business. I mean, the plant is essential, as is the commercial business. That's why I think people have to. I think there was always concern sometimes when the elections were coming for mayor. There was conversations about the commercial, favoring commercial businesses over, residents. And I think there needs to be that really good symbiotic relationship, because a lot of the businesses are keeping our taxes low as well. And I think that's really important for everybody.
Balance.
Balance.
The balance of the village.
Yep. And I think, we have that.
So right now, give me an example of some of the inventory that you're holding within Port Jeff Village and what those prices are and what the amenities are.
Yeah, so everybody knows if you live in Port Jefferson, free parking is always like one of the big ones. But we have 2 beautiful private beaches. We have a country club that residents get a substantial discount, and it's a beautiful premier North Shore club. I'm involved with the club.
Really
I'm on
is.
the management committee for the club in my free time, and we just did over last couple of years a $2 million renovation on the facilities. It's just a beautiful facility, so that brings a value, and that brings a value to everybody's property, not just the people that are members there. And I like to remind residents of that as well, because
Right.
that country club brings a value to all properties
Definitely.
in Port Jeff.
Yeah.
When somebody comes to look in Port Jefferson for a property, and they'll come in my office or they'll call and they'll say, well, I want to pay in threes. That's not happening a lot in Port Jeff. There is a low number of what a price point would be in Port Jefferson. I can tell you that on the market now, there's in our office we've got a couple of good medium. We have a lower end. We have a house on Bayview Terrace that's listed at $399, which is a great.
Wow.
It's a great house.
Wow.
It's an older home, but it's like a classic. It's a nice house. And then we've got. I have a listing actually on Holly Lane. That's $499, which
Where is
is
that?
That's over by Laurel.
Okay.
And right off North Country,
Okay.
Off Edgewood, and that's
Yeah.
a house that's beautiful, and it's 3,000 square feet. Needs a little updating, but at $499, with low taxes, that's a gem for Port Jeff. We also have a house on Pilgrim that's in the 5s. That's a great house that is on the market. And then we go up to, there's a beautiful townhouse on Piccadilly that we have. I think it's listed at $899. So we've got the gamut in the village of Port Jeff. Of course, we have listings everywhere else, but those are some of the in-house ones that we have. So we have a good flow of price point.
Right.
And all again, of all the houses that have closed, I told you about the taxes, and all the houses on the market, the taxes are about the same. The median taxes of all the houses, I think there's 56 houses on the market right now. I know there is actually.
There's 56 houses within the
right
village
now
of Port Jeff.
in Port Jefferson on the market, and the median price, if you want to.
56 doesn't seem like a lot to me.
It's not a lot. That's why I'm saying the inventory is very low. The median price is $499, and the median taxes are
There it is. Those are the numbers.
$600. So those are the numbers. The 4s seem to go very quickly in the village. I think the lowest price one that's on the market now is priced at $259. It must be a short sale, or it might be is something an REO, and then the highest price one is a couple over $1 million. So, but the median price is $499. That seems to be the price point that really moves out the door here.
Now, does your area include Belterre?
Sure. Well, it's not included in that.
It's not. Okay.
Yeah, it's a separate. And actually, as of this morning, just to do a little plug for Jolie Powell Realty, where
Absolutely.
I work, if it's okay, as of this
Please.
morning, since January 1st to today, we have we're the number one in the market share for residential properties. So that could change, of course, by the
Wow,
end
Meaning
of the year.
Congratulations.
you do more sales.
Correct, for residential volume, correct, and
Good.
that's in units, and that's as of
Awesome.
today. Yeah, that could change by the end of December, but we're always kind of in the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jolie's been
It's been 30 years, right?
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, big name
Yeah.
in real estate.
How many people live in Port Jefferson? Like what's
About 8,000. I think the last census was.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's 7,900. I think, something like that. It's
Okay.
really not that many. I think it's kind of a small town.
Real 8,000. I don't
Yeah.
know. Just
Yeah.
seems so many.
Yeah.
Considering the size of
Right.
what
we have
we're
to remember
looking
that
at.
takes into account the condos
Yes.
and the apartments.
Let me ask you this. When people come to you and have a real conversation about moving to a destination town, we have to include now Patchogue in that conversation. What are some of the conversations? Do people actually pit one against the other sometimes, or is it, look, I'll always be a South Shore and I'm always a North Shore?
That's a great question. I just was taking somebody out looking 2 days ago. She's in New York City, owns a beautiful apartment in Greenwich Village, but she's done with the city for now. She wants to get out. She's coming out here, and so she chose Northport and Port Jeff to look at. And so what in the village of Northport, it is a little bit more of a walking town like our town. They'll go to towns like Stony Brook. There's not so much as shopping, and I mean there's that one little area.
One area, yeah.
So when you bring people, it really depends on what they're looking for. Somebody who wants
If you're
the
a boater,
beaches.
you're here.
If you're a boater, you're here. There's so many opportunities here. I have sold here from some people from the South Shore. It's a lot of people from the North Shore just coming here, and again, I'm working with two different buyers. One of them, they're in Virginia, one couple, and they only want to move to Port Jeff, and they're an older couple selling a big piece of property, like of 5 acres, and downsizing and coming here. I have a couple from Texas I've been working with, and they only want Port Jeff, and they're selling a 40-acre, ranch to move here. So, and again, it has to be the perfect property for them, and sometimes I'll send them and they won't get here, and then it'll be gone. So, some people, it's really people just looking for this village. It's incredible.
When you talk about the difference between Northport prices and here, Northport is more money, right?
Yeah, definitely. Price point wise, the houses they're about actually the same. You
Okay.
can,
Are
but
they
but the
really?
taxes
Wow.
are higher,
Okay.
a little higher there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends. Huntington, some parts of Northport are not. But by the water down by where all the where the action is, like here,
Right.
it's about the same.
I just thought of something really cool. When you go to California and get the celebrity house tour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we do that here in Port Jeff? Right? Don't
Do we have any celebrities? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, yeah, of course. Our mayor's a celebrity.
I always point out Margot's house. I do.
Yeah.
She's
Right.
got that old
She's
There you
got that
go.
ship
adorable.
captain's house. Well,
it's adorable.
it's a great house.
I mean, I've never seen the inside, but the
She
outside
bought-
is beautiful.
It's a great house, and it's actually haunted.
It's haunted.
She's got a ghost. Yeah.
That explains why William acts
Ask
up when
her.
he's on.
She's got a ghost, but yeah, that's a great house. And so a lot of people like. But my favorite, I love Barnum Avenue. I love the houses on Barnum. My dream house is on Barnum on one of the corners.
You'll get there.
Yeah, I love to drive. I love the historic areas. I like the
Okay.
historic homes, but a lot of people do, but they tend to need a
So,
lot
like,
of work.
Dom Famularo's here, right?
Yes.
Who else here is semi-famous
Oh,
or
that's
famous?
right. And Dom's got
Foghat was in his studio here. There's
Dom's got a
probably
beautiful house.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
great. But I'm sure there's like a little tour. I think I'm going to
That's
come
so
up with
funny.
that. Make a little
So instead of the Dickens house tour, we'll do the
100%.
the Kevin Wood house tour, Kevin and Karen house tour.
celebrity house tour. You don't have to
house
put my
tour.
name in it. But
Okay, so everybody call in and tell us where you're.
Celebrity house
tell us-
tour.
Yeah.
Tell us what you've done. and
yeah,
we'll
we'll
put you
make a
on-
little. I'm sure they'll love that. It's the last thing they
And we'll
need,
put you on the tour.
paparazzi style.
Exactly.
But it's a thought.
Yeah.
Dickens coming up. Anything else you want to talk about that your real estate firm is part of,
So,
or you?
one of the things I do want to touch on is you and I had very briefly talked about the Airbnb, like you mentioned it
yeah.
to me the other day, and I think what is trying to happen here, and I think I'm hoping when the urban renewal plan is done for Uptown, and everything starts moving forward, getting more affordable rentals and to meet the demand of Stony Brook University. I think that we are not meeting the demand there, and that there's so many. There are no legal accessory apartments in
Right.
Port Jefferson. So, anything that's being rented here is in the complexes or a house rental. But, there is a need for more
Yeah.
properties. That's
Right.
why Tritex is going to be an amazing, even though it's not going to be, very low end. It's
high-end.
going to be market value,
Yeah.
but we need more of that because we're not meeting the demands of the university and the hospital. And I
Absolutely.
just wanted to throw that out there. So I get the whole, Airbnb.
The
I think it takes away a little bit from the people that need the housing for, maybe somebody would make more money renting short term, and if they're renting short term to, like what you said, instead of renting for people that need it in our community to help our
It's a great
economy.
point.
So
but the governor made it statewide,
No,
and
I
that was my
understand.
point.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect, but somewhere up in a rural upstate town,
Yeah.
it's probably
right.
it's
I
probably
mean,
not the case.
I agree with you 100% because the rental prices in Port Jefferson are drastically higher than
They are.
Stony Brook, Port Jeff, this area. The demand is
Let's talk about that for a second. The Tritech I know their price list isn't out yet, but we're probably talking starting at $1,900 to $2,400,
I
right?
think they're going to be exactly what is up at where Rail Realty built. Those were beautiful apartments.
Yep.
And I did show them to a couple of professors, residents coming in.
How much are those apartments?
Those
up there?
were about the same. They started 1,800, and
I know.
a 2-bedroom was 23. So
Wow.
yeah,
It's not crazy, I know, because the first thing you're saying is why throw your money away, and I've completely changed my
No.
mind on.
No.
No, you're not. Okay, good.
No.
Because I think rental as a choice is really a viable
Yeah.
sort of acronym now or term. Rental,
Well, you,
rental as a
you
choice.
you have none of the upkeep and the maintenance
Right.
of the home.
Yep.
You know, but I mean, you're paying almost the same.
no, and the houses that are on the market for rent in Port Jeff are 3,600, 3,500, 3,700.
Okay, a full house.
I have a
Okay.
house right now, a 4-bedroom for 3,650.
Okay.
So a rental.
Wow.
So everything is again, it's the demand for this area, and the rentals demand is because it's proximity to the university. So
Okay.
And we're going to see more of that with the rail thing. Let's talk about Upper Port. What is the timeline on that from a real estate perspective?
Let's just say, for instance, try that the property down here isn't going to be ready for a year. I mean, they haven't started any new projects uptown because they're waiting for the plan to, some things to
total
happen.
plan,
Yeah.
right.
So I don't think we're as close to that as
We're 5 to
yeah.
7 years, right?
Probably, yeah. Maybe 3 to, yeah. Probably, yeah.
Okay. And that's going to add, I mean, that's really going to bring the two lower and Upper Port into, because I never even looked at Upper
I
Port
know,
as
and
part of the village.
I think that's
but it
what
is, right?
the purpose,
Yes.
and that's exactly as much as I even think this project's going to bring more to the economy down here. I mean, to that other side of Main Street, I think it's necessary. The restaurants like the Graceful Rose or that like those. I think hopefully once that
Right.
project is done, there'll be some great businesses opening up in there and bring the economy back over there as well.
Right.
And I think that's another plan
One
for
feeds
that.
the other.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Health.
Yes, that business that's next to the Graceful Rose, where that deli used to be, a friend of mine and we had an idea about putting in like a little grocery store and a market in there. I mean,
That
how
would be
great would
great.
that be?
That would
to
be
be across the
wonderful.
street from the TriTech.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Built-in
Building.
business,
That
so
would
to
be
speak.
a great,
Right.
yeah.
Very cool. Do some organic stuff. Now,
So-
you live in Port Jeff.
Yes.
Did you buy from Lisa?
No.
Why not?
Who did we? Wait, I didn't know Lisa.
When
that
did you
time.
move here?
I've been here 25 years.
No, so I wasn't.
I know.
No.
I know that.
Oh, I can't remember her name.
She wasn't as good as Lisa. It doesn't matter.
There you go. There you go.
No, I want to say Ransom. It was a little real estate
Barbara Ransom Realty.
No, I don't think she.
office. It started Rankin.
Oh, Rankin, sure.
I remember that
yeah,
name.
Yeah, yeah.
Rankin.
Maureen, I think. Maureen Rankin.
I think so. It was
Yeah.
her.
Oh, that's funny.
It was her. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Yes.
give us your little synopsis of living here as an investment.
As an investment,
As an investment.
I mean,
You live up on Soundview, right?
yeah, I'm on Soundview.
Great area.
I'm up in Harbor Hills. I mean, I love living here. I love being in the village of Port Jefferson.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. The block that we're on is amazing. If you have young children, if it's family oriented, it's a wide block. It's very quiet. There's not a lot
It's
of
good if you like
traffic.
cats too, right?
Yes, it's good if you like cats.
Oh man.
Wow.
Obviously, that's an inside joke about.
Wow.
We have a little bit of a feral cat problem in my block.
Okay.
So,
So
yeah.
we'll deal with that another
Yes.
another show.
Yes.
But let me just I take my
Whatever you want,
real
Lisa.
estate house hat off for a minute and just remind everybody about some. I am the president of the Conservancy. We have a great fundraiser coming up. I hope you two are coming on November 5th.
We came to the last one.
The Judy Carmichael concert.
Oh, let's talk about that.
And,
Because
yeah.
we're big music people.
Yeah. So this is our big fundraiser for the year. The Conservancy again has partnered with the village and other projects, and those monies have gone to the park. And I won't talk long, I promise. But this is our fundraiser. We get asked by the village to help. For instance, we just donated. For Dickens. We donate usually about $2,500 a year to the village for the Dickens Festival. We sponsor the resident night. So these monies that we make at this fundraiser go directly back to the village. And so the concert is November 5th. The tickets are, you can just email me at pjconservancy@gmail.com, or you can call me. or email is probably the best, and we would love to have you. It starts at 6:30. There's cocktails, then Judy plays, and then we also have an afterward reception. She comes, she signs autographs. You can buy,
That's
and
really
she's
great.
really fabulous.
At the Village Center.
At the Village Center, November 5th. So please reach out.
We will
to
put
us.
that out hugely.
Is it going to
Okay.
be upstairs in the sail-off room? Or?
Okay, so Judy only plays on a Steinway, so we have a like $90,000 Steinway that we bring in. It's very scary because it
Is it
stays
her?
there.
Is it hers?
Steinway gives it to
No,
her.
Steinway,
She's
uh,
sponsored
provides
by
it.
Steinway.
They provide it.
And we put it downstairs.
Oh, it's so
it's
awesome.
concert set up downstairs. The reception is upstairs prior
Okay.
and after.
Okay. Got
I
it.
am
it's-
so going to that.
It's the whole bit.
Okay.
Please come.
And we're
support
gonna
us.
promote it big time.
Yeah.
Now, how do people get a hold of you for real estate needs?
So for real estate leads, my email is lisa@jprealtor.com. So lisa@jprealtor.com. Or myself, 516-459-2104. Why not? And that's for anything, 516-459-2104.
And you text and you call.
And I text and I call.
And you're good with. I know you're good with technology, so
And I will
you make
find-
everybody happy.
And I will find you the perfect house, absolutely. Or sell yours if you're looking to.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, Lisa.
All right, thank
Come
you.
on again and keep us in touch with
Yes.
I
real
love it.
estate in
I
Port
love it.
Jefferson always. Thank you so much.
Thank you.